Is GFuel too powdery? A question that a lot of people ask. Actually, no, it's not a question that a lot of people ask. A lot of people just say that GFuel is way too powdery. Well, today we're going to mix some GFuel in the exact way that Gamma Labs recommends that we prepare it, and we will see if it is indeed too powdery at the end of it. All right, let's see. All right, so first things first, we're gonna actually have to learn how to properly mix our GFuel if we want to be able to make this a controlled environment. We'll have to do it the same way every time. So GFuel recommends 12 to 16 ounces of water per 1 scoop. And this is your average GFuel shaker here. The tallest measurement line, I don't know if you can see it, but it says 16 ounces. So we're gonna fill it up to the 16 ounce mark. However, there's a problem. Their scoop is a little bit confusing. The scoop that you get that comes with any tub of GFuel actually opens like this. The top of this is literally just there to help you pour GFuel into a bottle, like a small necked bottle if you wanted to do that. But the proper measurement, a proper scoop measurement is without the cap. So you know what? I only use GFuel shakers. I'm never going to use a water bottle. I'm just going to go ahead and actually cut the top of that scooper off because like I said, I'm never going to use it. This is the proper measurement we want to use. So I'm going to go ahead, dig in there. I like to kind of tap it a little bit to make sure the powder is settled and it's a full even scoop, and then kind of just graze the top like that. Now there we go. That's 1 full scoop of GFuel. Put that in here. There we go. There's our 1 scoop. So for our first test here, I'm going to go ahead and get some cold water from the fridge to fill it up. I'm going to try it again with warm water later, but for now, we're just going to do the cold water. So I'm going to move the camera over here so you can tell. No funny business or anything. Hopefully the camera refocuses while I go get the water. All right, here we go. Nothing fancy, just the Brita filter from the fridge. There's our 1 scoop of GFuel. And now I'm going to go ahead and fill it up to the 16 mark, which is right there. So keep my thumb there. And let's pour the water. There we go, a perfect 16 ounces, at least if GFuel is telling us correctly that it's 16 ounces. So now I'm just gonna move the camera down to get us into our final position here. Yeah, that should be about good, I think. All right, so make sure our top is, actually, you know what I like to do is I like to keep the cap open and then close it. It just helps a little bit with the air pressure inside of the bottle. Okay, so keep the lid open and then close it nice and tightly. Then close the lid. Like I said, helps with air pressure. But anyways, okay, shake it up. I'm gonna shake it up good. Shake it up for like a good couple of minutes. Do I have my phone on me? Here, I'll even do this so you can see how long I'm shaking it for. Oh, this is fucking boring, isn't it? All right, I think that's long enough. I don't know if it's been a full minute yet. I wasn't really paying attention, but I don't really think it matters that much. I'm quite convinced that GFuel is just too powdery, and quite a lot of powder is going to settle at the bottom. So we're going to leave this for, let's do 2 hours. Actually, no, let's do 1 hour. So when this clock says 1:15, we're going to check back. I'll give it another shake here and then we'll look at the bottom. You can see nothing, right? Beautiful. All right, we'll be back in 1 hour. Okay, so it's been 1 hour since we originally mixed this GFuel. It's actually looking kind of weird. There's some bubbles on the side here, and I can definitely tell that there's some sediment accumulated at the bottom here. So let's just go ahead and flip over the bottom. See what we see. Oh dear. Yeah, that bottom's pretty light, isn't it? I'm gonna do this to try to show the powder falling. Actually, that looks kind of cool. Fuck, I don't have it in focus. I'm so sorry, people. I'm new to recording with this camera. I need to get more experience. But anyways, yeah, that's quite a lot of powder that settled at the bottom there. It is quite powdery, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and give it another good shake here for probably about 10-15 seconds. Then after that, we're going to give it 1 more hour and see if the powder fully settles, because we gave it an hour for the powder to settle in whatever didn't mix, settled at the bottom. We just gave it another shake. Hopefully that all, you know, gets dissolved into the water. If not, we'll see in an hour. So just gave it one last shake there, flip it at the bottom. Okay, camera was struggling to focus on that, but hopefully it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. All right, be back in another hour. All right, well, it hasn't really been a full hour yet, but I really don't think it's gonna get any better than this. See if I can get in and have the camera actually focus. Like, there's quite a lot of powder there. Now that doesn't mean that it doesn't taste good, because if I go ahead, I'll try this. Oh, it does taste good. It tastes great, but by the time I get to the bottom, it's gonna be very powdery. What I like to do is I like to shake it up every time I go to take a sip, so for me that's not really an issue, but if you don't feel like shaking it up every single time you go to take a sip, that powder at the bottom is going to be quite annoying. I tried to say a nuisance and quite annoying at the same time, but yeah. All right, so it's been about another 15 minutes since I finished recording that last little bit, and I've had a chance to actually pay attention to the GFuel now that I'm drinking it. And one thing that I have noticed is when I let it settle to the bottom and drink it, tastes great. You still get a little bit of the taste of the powder, but it's definitely not strong. The only disadvantage to drinking it that way is once you do reach the bottom of your drink, you are gonna get that taste of powder and like probably just a mouthful of powder with your last swig or chug or whatever. So yeah, that's one disadvantage to that, but for the rest of the drink, it tastes fantastic. Now, the way that I like to drink it is I like to shake up the GFuel right before I take a sip. So I've noticed with that, you definitely taste the powder a lot more and you get the feeling of the powder in your mouth a little bit more. I actually kind of enjoy it a little bit, I guess. I've never tried the GFuel just out of the tub. Maybe I'll try that. No, later. Anyways, so yeah, when you shake it up before every sip, you definitely do taste the powder a little bit more, but the advantage to this is that once you reach the end of your drink, it's gonna taste the exact same as it did when you started the drink. So if you like the taste of the powder like that, then there's no problem. But yeah, it just seems like GFuel is just a powdery drink in general. I've tried some of their competition. Some of you guys might know that I've drank an X Gamer, which is based in the UK. Actually now, where are they now? I forget where they are now. We do have a factory in the UK, but we are no longer based in the UK, so we ship it from Sweden now. Okay, so they are now shipping from Sweden. Interesting. Apparently they've also been having some issues with their new delivery system. So great. Awesome. Well, either way, if you guys would like to see some comparisons between GFuel and X Gamer and some other of the competitive esports energy drink powder substance awesomeness, I don't even know what to call it. If you want to see me compare like flavors and let's say like how well the powder dissolves between different brands and such like that, then let me know down below, because I'd be interested in doing some of that. I might just do it honestly for myself. I'm actually kind of curious to see what the differences in flavors between the X Gamer pineapple and the GFuel pineapple, because I love pineapple. It's one of my favorite flavors in anything, and just the fruit. Oh, I could eat pineapple until I go numb in the face. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. So yes, if you'd like to see that, let me know down below. And until the next time, take care, everyone.